Here's another video of a huge and great priced thrift store in Dayton, Ohio. I go here a lot looking for ideas for the RV at good prices. They always seem to have bikes for sale, usually pretty cheap. Like this bike would have been 15 bucks, but I didn't need one. There's a new wave oven for $5. They have all kinds of stuff. And the deal of the century, no. All right, YouTubers, a couple weird things in here. And I also want to say that I'm going to follow this video up in a few days with here's stuff I got at the thrift store that I'm using in my RV. And when I get into that, I will also admit that some things worked that I got at the thrift store and some things didn't. So what is this idiot got now? These are blinds, you know, roll blinds. And there's 3 of them. And I've had an idea to use something like this for a little while, to repurpose it. And everything I got on this video of I think there was 3 trips I took, was 25% off. But these were 75 cents. And I got an idea that, again, will be in that follow-up video. And when I take them apart, we'll see what kind of shape they're in. But at 75 cents, even if you needed some for your house, that's a pretty good deal. We'll do the couple big things first. All right, what are these things? These are those like bamboo mats. These were $1.50. And what I use these for is I use these for mats outside the RV, and they tend to last me about a year or so. And I think at $1.50 and having quite a few of them in there, that could be a pretty good deal. I have the standard plastic RV mats, and I got one that tore up really quickly, and they're pretty expensive. And I had one of these that lasted a while. And the way I look at it is, if I get 6 months a year out of these, I think that's a good deal. And I also, I don't sit outside my RV all the time. So these mats that I use are just to someplace to take my shoes off. So decent size, decent shape. So we got 1. We got 2. We got 3. Do you need and we got 4. So I got 4 mats for $1.50 that I can use outside my RV as floor mats, door mats, whatever you want to call them. So they work pretty good for a Class B for a doormat. 5 feet long. So 4 of those for $1.50. I'm happy with that deal, and I will repurpose them to help my RV ways. All right, we'll do more. All right, here we go. Bungee straps for 75 cents. If you've bought bungees, you know they can be expensive, and they're still stretchy and are not rotten or anything like that. So, good deal. All right, what is that? That is a book, John Steinbeck of Mice and Men, and I am sad to admit I've never read this book. I guess when I was in high school we read a different one. I think we read Kill a Mockingbird, which I think is one of the greatest books ever. So that was 25% off of 29 cents for 3 books. 2 of them I don't want to read. Maybe I'll take them all back. Another book is Bill Bryson, Down Under. I read his book about hiking the Appalachian Trail, and books don't often make me laugh. That book had me rolling. This guy writes very well. Really good read. Reads quick and easy. That was also 29 cents. Couldn't pass up a hardback. Another video I'm going to make is making fire starters. I pick up candles when they're cheap, because candles can be very expensive. 25% off of 29 cents, and we'll make some fire starters. I found these things kind of weird. What the hell are those? They were $1.50, and what they are little air freshener things. Scent Stories, exploring a mountain trail. What you do is you just pull this little tab and you get some nice smelling stuff. For $1.50 I got 10 of them. So that worked out to what? Let's do the math. 15 cents a piece, come on. I thought that was pretty cool. Didn't go there expecting to buy those, but we'll open one. Oh yeah, they smell fine. So there we go, there's one open. I'll leave that over there. Alright, so there's more. Kitchen gadgets, a wooden spoon, a wooden fork, and some tongs, because I have a cooking disease, and I fight myself, but I always pick stuff up like this up. And these were 75 cents. Nice tongs, not bad. And wooden spoon and wooden fork. Speaking about that, I found another one, 25% off of 50 cents. And I got this because it was kind of weird. And it's like wooden tongs. You can tell. So I guess you would technically use these for salad, but wooden tongs will work good in non-stick pan, huh? Alright, that's enough playing. That's pretty cool. Okay, next I got these things for $1.50, and these are pop-up containers, and you can tell they've never been used. I wouldn't say they're the core I'm looking for, but at basically 75 cents each, I think these are pretty cool. They have Velcro here. And then I've showed before that containers like that are cool to me, even though it looks like Easter eggs. But you can squish them down.
Man, those really are exceedingly ugly.
And for me, these are going to replace one that I had, and I'll show you when I go out to the RV with that stuff, that I could still use it, but it's kind of ripped. So at 75 cents each, I'll keep these. Because if you've ever been in a small space, if you have a Class B, moving stuff around can drive you crazy. And having quick ways to move stuff and stuff like that, for me, has helped me out a lot since I started having things like this. So I think we're at about the last thing left. And this is a frying pan. And it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to clean it, and we'll show you that cleaning after. But it was $5, 25% off of that. And it'll work on my induction cooktop, and I kind of like that. I think that'll have me with 2 frying pans in the RV, because that I have that organics thing, whatever, and that might be towards the end of its life. But we'll get this cleaned up, and I'll show it to you. Again, I know for many people I do far too many thrift store things, but I think everything I got here is useful for in the RV. So we'll come back after I clean this up with a little barkeeper's friend. Let's see how that does. And I think for $3.75 I have a decent deal. I'll show it to you before I close the video out. So here we go. There it is, all cleaned up with that barkeeper's friend. I think that pan looks pretty good. It is it's made by Tools of the Trade, Cook Right, and it's a 10-inch stainless steel pan. Now I'm going to show you something else. Alright, that's my new wave induction cooktop, which I take RVing, and you know, if I'm on power, I don't burn my propane. 100 times I've said it. Alright, we're going to plug it in. And you can see, if I go to low and start, you're going to see error because there's no pan on there. Here is my, here's my Copper Chef pan. If I put that on there, you can see that it's changed. So I'm doing that to show you that it works. Here's that stainless steel pan I got for $3.75. And it also works on there. So I can use that on the little burner that I take, or I can use it on that if I want to. Error. And let's say, just to show you, here's a pan that's not induction. If I put that on there, it still keeps saying error and it won't cook. Put a good induction pan on there, and it turns to the temperature that you're using. Alright, so there we go. See? It works.
I end with a tease that I'm going to do a follow-up of using thrift store stuff in the RV. Until then, have a great and wonderful day.